Hello guys, welcome back to another part of Mythic Gear Ideas. And we are going to be talking about 6 brawlers who I think need a Mythic Gear. If you have not seen the first or second part, I recommend you watching those before watching this, as we are going to go in a deep analysis of these brawlers, and why I think they really need it a lot. And before we do start the video, you know what to do. Like and subscribe and press the notification button so you know when I make videos, make a community post and more. But enough talking, let's just jump right into the ideas, shall we? So jumping right into this brawler, and we have Buster. Buster is a chromatic brawler who is very special for his super, which is to deflect the enemy's shot right back towards them. The only reason why this makes him special as it allows Buster and his teammates to block any incoming shots, apart from throwers who can just throw everything right at Buster. The problem I find with Buster is that his shield does not provide that much shielding, as you could literally just shoot him from both sides, and it would be a little bit annoying for Buster as he would have to cancel his super and shoot back at the enemies. So I made a Mythic Gear for Buster, where upon activating his super, it will now be curved and will be able to block incoming shots from both his left and right sides. This may sound broken, but will actually help Buster block the shots from any direction now, and the only way to take him out is either getting close to him or shooting him from behind. The second brawler we'll be talking about is Janet. Janet is also another chromatic brawler who is also special because of a mechanic to fly into the air and do damage. This allows her to escape out of situations or allow her to kill an opponent with extremely low health. However, I want to increase the further damage for her super to allow her to input more damage to the enemies, which is exactly why I made this Mythic Gear for her. This Mythic Gear allows her to do plus 100 damage while flying mid-air. I think this is a good idea as it allows her to input a lot of damage towards the enemy and would actually be good with the star power, which gives her a better accuracy, as it would make her a bit better. The third brawler we'll be talking about is Barley. Barley is an artillery brawler who is good for his amazing control, and I find the brawler very fun to play. This brawler is very good for controlling massive areas with his super to push back his enemies, and his gameplay is just amazing. The one thing that makes him lack a lot of capability is his super, as with Byron, his super is just splash damage, and nothing really special about it. So I came up with this Mythic Gear. The super from Barley will now heal himself and his teammates for 100 HP per second. I find this idea good as it allows Barley to gain some great control and then lets pushing the enemy quite easy, and would work well with his medical use star power. The next brawler on our list is Penny. Penny is also another controller who's decent for crowd control, as her attack is different from any other controller, as when it hits the enemy in front, the damage from the shot will now split into the coins, which will do damage from behind the enemy. However, I want to give a little damage boost for the splash damage, as I believe it's not as terrifying for the enemies, and I think it would make Penny a remarkable brawler. So for this Mythic Gear, it will allow the splash damage from a Penny shot to be increased by 200 damage. You're probably saying it's a bit too much damage for her. Well, if we look at the stats from a power 11 perspective, the splash damage is really not enough for her, and it could help her in this situation. The reason why I didn't make a Mythic Gear for a super is because, well, she's already got a pet power gear for her super, making it stronger, and her super doesn't really need anything, as I believe it's fine as it is. Our next beautiful brawler now is Bee. Bee is a brawler who obviously shoots bees. She's a good tank counter, as with the use of her gadget and her super, this makes her a very good brawler to use. The reason I put her in this video is because of her super, as I believe it will need more slowing. So this is the reason why I made this Mythic Gear for her. This Mythic Gear adds 10 or 20% more slowing down for Bee's super. I believe this would help Bee catch up to enemies more quicker due to how slow the enemy's movement speed is. Our final brawler we will be talking about in this part is Poco. Poco is a support brawler who is mostly known for his healing, and I will say he is good for his healing due to how much healing he gets through his gadget and super. But with Poco, he mostly struggles with his damage. And with other supports like Gray and Pam, they do better damage than him. So I made a Mythic gear for him, just for his damage. This Mythic gear will allow Poco to gain a plus 400 damage. The reason why I gave him 400 damage is because if we can see a power 11 perspective of Poco, he will only do 1140 damage. And with the 400 damage, he'll get 1540 damage. This can make Poco a better support brawler than he is, for not only his healing, but with his damage included.